So my story is called Dio Loves Mangoes. The three main characters the main character in my story is Dio, the monkey. The two supporting actors are Dino, the bird, and Jane, the giraffe. Now that's me as a fruit vendor. Once upon a time, Dio, the monkey, lived in the deep forest of Baguio, Philippines. Also, Dio was in love with mangoes and ate them for breakfast, lunch, and even for dinner. One day, Dio went to the refrigerator to get some mangoes, but Dio could not find any. He looked behind the milk carton, under the apples, and basically every possible space in the refrigerator, but could not find any. Dio was in panic. So Dio ran out of the forest and ran towards Baguio City. He ran to the vendors, but could not find any mangoes. Dio searched for hours and hours, but still found no mangoes. Dio then walked along the rivers of Baguio City. It was very sad that he could not eat mangoes for the whole day. Then Dio looked up and saw mangoes growing on a tree. Dio was so happy that he started to climb the tree, but he could not reach the mangoes because the mangoes were too high off ground. So Dio called Dino, his best friend. Dino courageously flew up to the air and reached for the mangoes. But another problem occurred. The mangoes were blocked by the stems of the tree. The stem was too tough for Dino to penetrate. Dio, distraught from what has happened, was about to walk home when he saw on the corner of the street Jane, a giraffe. Jane had no friends because of her white spots. Dio did not want to approach her and did not want her help because he might have to share the mangoes with her. But Dio realized that Jane could possibly reach the mangoes. So Dio called Jane over and she tried to reach the mangoes. Jane was a few inches away from the mangoes but still could not reach it. There was only one way to reach the mangoes. Dio had to climb Jane's body and reach the mangoes. But Dio did not want to touch Jane because she had white spots. After long periods of wondering, Dio decided to climb Jane's body. Dio thought to himself, this is only for the mangoes. Then Dio successfully grabbed the mangoes. Dio happily walked away. He did not even say thank you to Jane. But later, Dio realized how selfish she was and walked back and said, "Sorry, Jane, forgive my selfish act. Do you want to eat this mango with me?" Jane said in an excited manner, "Yes." Dio finally sat down and started sharing the mango with Jane. They finally sat together and talked, and Dio realized that Jane was actually very fun to be around. Also, he had this strange feeling of happiness for sharing. Through this experience, Theo learned that sharing can bring happiness to others and the person sharing. Also, he learned never to judge others just by their physical appearance, because what truly matters is that person's attributes and character, not their looks. Thank you.